girly things and stuff like that. But you might ask, what does this all got to do with like gender equity? Well, you gotta like tackle the issues of like the stereotypes first and look at what makes it unequal and everything. But like going off of what I think his name was Kerry Silverstein, the guy with the negotiation speech, he said that he feels that guys should be able to get manicures and pedicures and stuff like that and massages, and that's just like the same with the makeup, the cosmetics guys should be able to use. And I mean, take Brett Plagens over there, for example. Brett, stand up. I mean, if you look at his eyes, it looks like he's wearing eyeliner, but he's not. He's not. Really long eyelashes. But yeah, sum it all up. We're just all kind of striving to reach gender equity and everything. So thank you for watching.
Just to let you guys know, like, this is just one little thin sliver of like gender inequity, like in this part of the world, in the United States of America. Just think about like the reactions that would happen across the world if people were to do the same thing to defy these gender stereotypes. I mean, we might be World Affairs seminar, but we really can only show you the reactions of the United States of America. But you have to think about Middle East, Central Asia, Southeastern Asia, like all those other places, and like the different kind of reactions that would occur. And you just have to wonder, like, would they be like a lot more violent? Would worse things happen to them? You have to think about like not just gender inequity and stereotypes here, but across the world.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, we'd love to answer them. Anyone? Yeah?
So, are you guys planning on wearing your dresses to dance tonight?
Yeah, kind of ladies would be willing to allow us to use them again. I don't know if short dress shows up on that.
No, they're okay. If you want, you can wear them. I'll bring them to the dance.
Sweet, I'll be there.
I think my most memorable experience here was probably wearing that dress. It was very interesting, and it was definitely different. If I had to wear that for an entire day, or if I wanted to wear that for an entire day, I'd feel like I'd face a lot of criticism from a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to say the same. That dress experience, I mean, it's kind of cool, like we said, here in the controlled environment. It's kind of cool to see the reaction we get. People are actually really kind of happy to see that, get some applause, get some pictures taken. But outside of it, it's a whole different story, I guess. If you, walk down the street just a few blocks, you could get an entirely different reaction. And so I might be trying that just to document that maybe.
My favorite speaker was probably Geneva. She had some really great points just about general gender equality and social justice. And I know that when I go back home, I'm going to try and take things to my school in regards to like our dress code, because it really over-sexualizes girls' bodies. And we have a women's self-defense class where we don't teach anything to the boys, and we only teach women not to, or to make sure that the man rapes the other girl. So I'm going to see if I can kind of change that and edit it so that it will be a lot more pro-equity.
I definitely think I'll be taking home a message about how one person can really make a difference on a huge movement or wave of justice, and how it only takes one person to get something rolling before it catches on and really becomes something so much bigger than they ever imagined. So,
to me, the most important thing that I think I've learned here at WAS this week is the enormous gender inequality that is occurring in other countries than the Western countries, like in Africa or Asia and the Middle East. And I think that it's definitely important that we, in the Western part of the world, can help those places or do something to raise awareness of how the situation for those women in those countries are.
Coming to the WAS store showed us, took us out of the sheltered America and showed us what things are like in the rest of the world with a lot of the speakers and stuff. Wearing the dress was definitely an experience that I'll remember, and hopefully it won't like get on Facebook. So that's something I won't share at home. But yeah, too late, I guess. Yeah.
It already is.
Yeah, but gender equity, social justice, awesome.
I think the most important thing was like the speakers. I mean, everyone gets to see like the news articles about like how like unequal things are between male and females, but once you hear like the personal stories from all the speakers, it's a totally different perspective, and I think it's good to hear that and to spread that. And I thought the small groups were really fun, and I had a great time with you guys.
I think the most important thing, which we also can go or bring home, is that we are the next generation and that we are the people who can make a difference in the future.
So I agree with Sarah, like we are like the people that can like make a difference in the future and things, and like everyone else said, how we need to like realize how like we live in like this sheltered world where gender equity isn't that big of a problem, and we need to realize how big of a problem it is in other countries and raise awareness.
Going off of what those two just said, like the most important thing to me is that like we're all here for a reason, and like we all have the same thoughts and ideas on how everything should be, like things aren't right in other parts of the world and that they need to change. Yeah, pretty much all of them. They all gave their time and they shared their ideas. Like we got to hear thoughts from every speaker, and I couldn't put like anyone ahead of each of them because like they all meant something to us.
I think all of us want to like say thank you to like Sahar, because she really did like live through all that. And you know, like Elijah has like he's like really big on like the Middle East issues, and like we all like that's impacting to hear someone's like true life story. So I think from our whole group, everyone says thank you to her especially, because she really did live through it.
So yeah, like she said with Sahar, I'm totally big on the Middle East. I love everything related to that and trying to just kind of follow that stuff. So it was incredible to hear like a personal story about that. We never hear that very often. Also, I think Eric Plantenberg was just really inspiring with the entire just the dreams and the goals and tell you the path on how to get there. Carrie Silverstein with the entire negotiations thing was fantastic. It's really important too, because a lot of people don't understand when you have like different beliefs, you have to try to figure out negotiations and compromise for that type of thing, and it's so important to figure out and to learn how to do that really well. And even Jay Burdett, he was really cool. He had a different perspective on business and poverty, because you always think you need like a governmental organization like the UN or something to go in and to fix things, but you don't realize that you can have some kind of international corporation like Sears go in and do the same kind of business and even better maybe. So that's pretty fantastic.
I just want to say that all of the speakers were really unbiased, or they tried to be as unbiased as they could, and I really appreciated that, because it's really important to get all perspectives from everyone, and the fact that they acknowledged that everyone had a different opinion and then tried to incorporate everyone's opinion within their own speeches really stands out to me as a great quality to have in any speech of any sort. So I really appreciated that.
Yeah, and another thing that I wanted to say as well is that the things that we have talked about here the past 5-6 days have also, I think, helped us create like new opinions about it, because we have had so many discussions in our small group, and we don't necessarily agree, Elijah, but it's been interesting, and I think that's the most important